When the system found me again. It had been 5 years since I left that world. I never expected that cold-hearted woman, the wealthy heiress who would not even spare me a glance, would now be begging the system to bring me back. But my life was good now, and that world was not worth missing. So, when the system said my child missed me, I still said nothing. But the system had one final card to play. Ningbing is dying. She wants to give you an explanation before she dies. I froze. I had long since let go of the past. Someone as perfect as Ningbing was dying. After a long silence, the system said, "Host, you never won Ningbing's true heart back then. That is why you asked me to remove you from that world. But Ningbing has come to me now, asking for you to return." In an instant, memories from 5 years ago flooded my mind. I wanted to go back and see, why exactly was this woman dying? I told the system, send me back to that world. My vision went blank. When I opened my eyes again, I was outside Ningbing's villa. Panic rose in me. I wanted to hide. But the next second, a child's tender voice rang out. "Annie, I want mommy to take me. I want mommy to take me to school." I stood frozen, staring at her. She was my child in this world. My daughter with Ningbing, Tangtang. Tangtang. Why not let Madam take you tomorrow? Wait here a moment. Annie will get your water bottle. Tangtang looked at me. Who are you? Why are you outside my house? I was too stunned to speak. My daughter no longer recognized me. It made sense. Tangtang had not even turned one then. When I left this world, just as I was about to answer her, the nanny came out. The moment she looked up and saw me, she said, "Young Master Fang, you are not." I knew what she was about to say. When I left this world, I had supposedly died in a car accident. I immediately lowered my head and said, "You have the wrong person." Then I fled without looking back. Tangtang asked in confusion, "Annie, who was that? Do you know him?" "No." Annie mistook him for someone else. "Come on, let's go to school." After calming down, I asked the system, "Where is Ningbing?" The system took me to Ningbing's hospital. Illness had clearly ravaged her. Her face was haggard and worn. I stood silently beside her bed, watching her. She stirred and woke. Our eyes met. Tears spilled from her eyes. "I am sorry you had to see me like this." I shook my head. Ningbing looked at me. "You have lost weight, Fang Yuan." I said nothing. Then she continued, "I begged the system to bring you back. This is all my fault. I love you." Her words brought me back to the time we were kidnapped. The kidnappers made her choose between me and her childhood friend. Without hesitation, she chose him. She abandoned me. She had said then, "Fang Yuan, you have the system. You can still live. But he is different. He only has me." How did I feel when I heard that? Disappointed. Completely broken. I handed her a tissue, pretending not to think about the past, pretending I did not care. I lowered my head, unable to meet her eyes. Then I saw a ring on her left ring finger. After I fell for Ningbing, I had bought it for her with my monthly salary of 4,000 yuan. It was cheap and utterly unremarkable. For some reason, rage suddenly surged through me. Ningbing, since you chose someone else, why did you bring me back? Why are you still wearing that ring? How much longer will you keep humiliating me? Tears streamed down Ningbing's face as she said, "Because I love you, Yuan. I love you. You love me. Then, why did you give me up?" Ningbing cried too hard to speak. She stammered for a long time, without managing a complete sentence. "You said I had the system, so I would not die. But I told you over and over, if you did not choose me, the system would erase me. I am human too. I hurt too." Ningbing could only keep apologizing, telling me she was sorry. Suddenly, she began coughing painfully. Blood flowed from her mouth, spattering her face and the pristine white sheets. Ningbing. I only called her name once before she passed out. After the doctors saved her, I learned she had terminal stomach cancer. She had suffered from stomach problems since childhood. When we were together, I cooked her millet porridge every day to nurse her back to health. I sat beside her bed until afternoon. When she finally woke up, "When did this happen?" I asked. She froze, then asked, "You know everything." I nodded. She continued, 3 months ago. I thought it was just a cold. Then I coughed up blood. The doctor said I only have 6 months to live. I said nothing. She reached toward my face. "I have wronged you too much. So I wanted to see you before I die." I gave a faint smile. "You will not die." Ningbing immediately grabbed my hand. "Fang Yuan, my illness is real. I really am going to die." I looked at her. "And what do you want from me?" Ningbing stared at me intensely, speaking word by word, with unwavering resolve. "Tangtang is too young. Once I die, she will have no one." I looked away. Ningbing, I will not stay in this world. I do not want you, and I will not take Tangtang either. Just as you did not want me back then. Ningbing's eyes widened. "Fang Yuan, how can you say that? Tangtang is your own daughter." I shook my head. "I do not care whether she is my biological daughter." "Fang Yuan, you bastard." I looked at Ningbing as she shouted at me. There was truly nothing left for me to miss about this woman. I gathered my things and moved to leave. But then I heard the door open. "Mommy, I am home. The girl at the door and I locked eyes. It was Tangtang. Tangtang rushed to Bai Ningbing's bedside. The two of them clung to each other. Mommy, who is this man? Tangtang looked up at me. Bai Ningbing glanced at me and said, he is Mommy's friend. He came to see me. Tangtang nodded and said she would peel a mangosteen for her mother. I remained where I was, watching Tangtang, so thoughtful despite being so young. My heart trembled. She looked so much like me, but I could not acknowledge her or love her. I said nothing more and turned away. Bai Ningbing called out to me desperately. I pretended not to hear and did not look back. On my way home, I asked the system, do you think I should stay? The system took a long time to answer. Host, I witnessed everything that happened back then. Whether you stay is entirely up to you. What happened back then? Yes, I should think more about the past. That evening, Bai Ningbing called. She said she wanted to talk properly. I had returned to this world because of Bai Ningbing. So, I went to the hospital. Bai Ningbing was already in terrible condition. She showed me a calendar she had marked herself. Look at this calendar. There are 3 months left. Seeing my expression, she explained, that is how long I have left to live. Fang Yuan, I know I do not have much time. I want to leave the hospital. I want the 3 of us to live together with Tangtang. Why? Think of it as my dying wish, okay? I am already dying. Please, have some pity on me. I would not meet her eyes. Bai Ningbing, once so proud and high-spirited, was now begging me. I laughed at myself bitterly. Why should I agree? Bai Ningbing panicked and quickly grabbed my hand. Fang Yuan, even if you remember what we had 5 years ago, even if only because I gave birth to Tangtang for you, please, have pity on me. I suddenly burst out laughing. Bai Ningbing, how dare you mention what we had? How dare you say you gave birth to Tangtang for me? I will never forget that rainy night. Not even in death. You broke my heart. When I first came to this world, I was only a delivery driver. Bai Ningbing had a broken leg. I found her and took her home. Back then, the system told me she was the person I had to win over. I began treating her with all my heart. I knew she had once been the Bai family's heiress. Only after falling on hard times had she ended up with me. So I began working day and night without rest. Until one night, I delivered food to an upscale neighborhood through the pouring rain. I fell on the way and arrived late. I knocked, full of apologies, but Bai Ningbing was the one who opened the door. The Bai Ningbing who was supposed to be home, waiting for me. The moment she saw me, Bai Ningbing looked flustered, as if she wanted to hide. But I questioned her first. What are you doing here? Why did you lie and say you were home? I was too loud. Another man came out from inside. He put an arm around her shoulders and asked, what is going on? Bai Ningbing turned to him and smiled. Just a food delivery guy. In her eyes, I was nothing more than a delivery driver. I forced a smile. Sir, ma'am, your order. The man took the food and firmly shut the door. Bai Ningbing never looked back at me. I rode my scooter through the relentless rain, but I still had some more orders to deliver. I forced myself to finish them before heading home. On the way, I was in an accident and broke my arm. I could not work for a month. On the 3rd day, Bai Ningbing came back. She did not say a single word to me. She simply packed her things to leave. I did not know how to vent all my rage. I rushed over, held her, and kissed her. She fought desperately to pull away. Then she slapped me hard. Are you crazy? She shouted at me. My tears fell again, against my will. Bai Ningbing, what am I to you? I was nearly insane, but she calmly gave me 3 words. You are unnecessary. My scalp went numb. I stood frozen, utterly at a loss. My ears rang. I did not know how long I stood there, until she shoved me aside as she left. Thank you for taking care of me these past days. I had someone transfer 3 million yuan to your account. Consider it your wages. I suddenly came to my senses and watched her walk away, my heart torn to pieces. In that moment, I refused to believe she felt nothing for me. The instant noodles at midnight, the massages she gave me after overtime, the stories she told to lull me to sleep when my headaches were unbearable. When I could not find work, she would sing to me. I thought my mission to win her over had failed, but the system gave me another identity, the illegitimate son of the Fang family. After the Fang family took me back, I finally stood on equal footing with Bai Ningbing. I saw Bai Ningbing again at our engagement banquet. She was the Bai family's future daughter-in-law. I was the Fang family's illegitimate son. 2 people born in the gutter, together, were a perfect match. I saw surprise in Bai Ningbing's eyes, but not love. When the banquet began, Bai Ningbing sat with another man. I had no desire to entertain anyone else. I could only watch her. When I recognized the man, my heart suddenly ached. He was the man who had ordered food with her. Later, I learned he was her childhood friend and Lan. But I was still happy, because I was the one engaged to her. I would be the one to marry her to. I was certain she would fall in love with me, and my mission would be complete. Afterward, I went home with her, but Bai Ningbing was furious. She roared at me. You are from the Fang family. Why did you not tell me sooner? Do you know how hard it was for me to get this far? Why would I agree to a marriage alliance with you? Her words hurt me deeply and humiliated me. I almost begged her to stop, but the next second, she walked out. Once again, I was alone, but I did not care. We would marry soon. She would surely fall in love with me. We registered our marriage. I wondered what kind of wedding could possibly be worthy of her. But she said she did not want a wedding. The marriage certificate was enough. I agreed. After we married, she fulfilled her duties as a wife, while I quietly supported her career. I knew how ambitious she was. I did everything I could to help her. I thought she would be moved. 5 months later, she became pregnant. I was overjoyed. I thought she had finally accepted me. Her morning sickness was severe early on, and I tried every way to help. I worked at the company during the day, then cooked her osmanthus porridge at night, just to ease her suffering. I suddenly realized I had truly fallen in love with her. Not because of the mission. I genuinely loved her. Late in her pregnancy, I used every means to find the Fang family's weaknesses, and handed all its resources to Ningbing, all to make her dreams come true. Our child was finally born. I quit my job and devoted myself to caring for our daughter. As soon as Ningbing recovered from childbirth, she returned to work. With my help, the Fang family went bankrupt. Everything fell into Ningbing's hands. Ningbing said she was grateful to me. Without you, I could never have become who I am today. I thought perhaps she loved me, but I noticed she began coming home late every night, sometimes not coming home at all. Then one day, she came home reeking of alcohol. I saw the red marks on her neck. As a man, how could I not know what they were? I swallowed the questions I wanted to ask. As I settled her into bed, I heard her murmur softly, "And Lan, it was him again." I nearly lost my mind, but looking at her and our daughter's sleeping faces, I endured it again. I thought, as long as I did not expose her, as long as she remained by my side, one day, I would make her love me. But things did not go as I hoped. Ningbing calmly handed me a divorce agreement. I looked into her eyes and asked, "Ningbing, did you ever love me?" She was silent for a long time, then said, "Just sign it." All at once, I let go. Love is love. No love is no love. I said to Ningbing, "If you do not love me, I will die." She thought I was threatening my life to force her hand, so she called me crazy. After that, she never looked at me again. I gave up completely. As I signed, I asked her, "Can Tangtang's name be changed?" Tangtang had never been given a formal name since she was born. She did not even have my surname Fang. After Ningbing took the divorce agreement I had signed, she said flatly, "Tangtang is mine from now on. She will have my surname." I could no longer hold back my tears. I was left alone in agony. I asked the system when it would erase me. The system told me this was not the true ending. If, in the end, Ningbing still did not choose me, then erasure would be my only fate. That gave me a sliver of hope. But when I next heard news of Ningbing, it was at her wedding banquet with Lan. It was the first time I saw her in a wedding dress. She was breathtakingly beautiful. As for me, I was not even worthy of seeing her wear one from me. And Lan spotted me standing below. He suddenly called out, "Is that not the Fang family's young master? You came to Ningbing's and my wedding too. Thanks for coming." I did not care what he said to me. I only cared about Ningbing. Even one glance from her would have been enough. But she gave me none. Then again, I was merely an illegitimate son with no status. How could I ever be worthy of the all-powerful woman who ruled the Bai family? Perhaps no one else knew. But Ningbing could not have forgotten. Without me, she would not be where she was today. I was there through her darkest days. I stood beside her every step of the way. Yet I was not the man standing beside her. After the wedding, I found Ningbing and said, "I want to see Tangtang." Before Ningbing could speak, and Lan said beside her, "Who do you think you are?" "Tangtang is my daughter now." I ignored him. I only repeated myself to Ningbing, "I want to see Tangtang." Seeing that I would not back down, Ningbing took me to see Tangtang, still asleep. I touched her cheek. I knew this would be our final goodbye. Only Ningbing and I were left in the room. Once again, I asked her, "Did you ever love me? Even just a little?" She would not meet my eyes or answer me. What if I said I would die without you? Only then did Ningbing look at me again, but her eyes were full of confusion. "Ningbing, I am not from this world. I have a system. I came here to win your love, but if I fail, I will die. Do you understand? I will die." Ningbing suddenly laughed, thinking I was lying. Suddenly, I wanted to give up. If she did not believe me, what good would it do to say it 10,000 times? I said goodbye and left without looking back. But I did not know where else I could go. As I wandered aimlessly, a hand suddenly clamped around my neck. Before I could fight back, I blacked out. When I woke again, I was by the sea. I was tied to an iron post on the shore, and Lan was tied up beside me. I struggled against the ropes and shouted, "Who are you? Why did you take me?" And Lan woke beside me and shouted too, "Let me go." "What are you going to do?" The kidnapper gave a low laugh. "You are both men Ningbing loves most. Today, I will make her choose the one she loves more. Then kill one of you. She will learn what it feels like to lose someone she loves." I froze. So this was the choice the system had met. With all my heart, I prayed Ningbing would choose me. I did not want to be erased. I did not want to leave her. But Ningbing's first words when she arrived were, "I choose him." I choose Lan. Let him go. I watched Bai Ningbing stamp her feet in panic before me, and it seemed I could no longer hear a thing. I watched Bai Ningbing and Lan support each other as they left. Then a truck suddenly charged toward me. It crushed me to pieces. Pain tore through my entire body. Seeing I was not fully dead, it rammed me again. That was how the system erased me. Back in the real world, I treated it as a dream. I returned to my 9-to-5 job. Just as everything was starting to improve, the system found me again. I saw Bai Ningbing again. She was dying. But Fang Yuan, the man who loved her most, had died 5 years ago. At that thought, tears slipped down my face. Bai Ningbing's cold fingers wiped them away. I came back to myself and looked at her. Bai Ningbing, I do not have feelings for you anymore. Bai Ningbing paused, then shook her head. You cried. You still love me. I stood up and laughed at her naivety. I still love you. Love what about you? Love you because you are old and past your prime. Your terminal illness? Every word I said pierced her like a needle. Tears filled her eyes as she pleaded again. You do not have to love me. It is enough that I love you. I do not want Tangtang to be without a father. I am begging you, if only for Tangtang's sake. Tangtang. I cut her off. You have the nerve to mention Tangtang. Bai Ningbing, do you really think I do not know? When you were 7 months pregnant, you wanted to go to America with Lan and nearly aborted Tangtang. You were already 7 months along. How could you be so heartless? As I spoke, my voice choked again. No, Fang Yuan, that is not true. I had my reasons. I looked at her coldly. Those were not reasons. They were excuses. Bai Ningbing said nothing more. We stared at each other. At last, she spoke again. I admit that all my life, I have chased money, status, and power. But I am a woman too. I long for a family. I long for happiness, for someone to love me. Fang Yuan, I long to be loved. I did not want to argue with her anymore. What were you doing when someone loved you? You were trampling on my love for you. What is love? I did not think Bai Ningbing would ever understand. Back then, I would have given her everything. I only wanted her to spend my birthday with me. But she said she was busy, that birthdays were only a formality. I ate the whole cake alone out of spite. Then I burned the letter I had written her by hand. I thought she treated everyone that way. But she was different with Lan. To spend Lan's birthday with him, she would cancel all her work. To be with Lan on important holidays, she would leave me home alone. My heart was bleeding, but I pretended not to know. I thought, truly thought, she would change her mind. Bai Ningbing, you do not deserve love for the rest of your life, I said mockingly. Watching her cry, I did not soften in the slightest. Then something occurred to me. Why hadn't Lan not come to see her all this time? You are this seriously ill. Where is Lan? Bai Ningbing answered. I divorced him. Divorced? Was he not the man you always loved? Bai Ningbing grew anxious at once. No, Fang Yuan. There was only self-interest between us. I only used him. I did not believe a word of that. She had once been willing to sacrifice everything to be with Lan. All I could see was love. Fang Yuan. And Lan was only a stepping stone for me. Do you know what my life in the Bai family was? I only wanted revenge and to reclaim everything that belonged to me. I shook my head at her. I do not want to know about your past anymore, nor do I want to hear about your tangled history with Lan. You were only a dream to me. When the dream ends, nothing remains. Bai Ningbing's expression went blank. Then she suddenly began coughing violently. Instinctively, I patted her back. I called for a doctor. The doctor told me her condition was getting worse. She had even signed a loan to refuse treatment. I watched her figure. She was ruthless to others and to herself. I bought her some rice porridge. I would give it to her when she woke, so she could eat. Fighting sleep, I sat by her bed. Her brows were tightly furrowed in pain. Her body curled into a ball. I wanted to pull up her blanket, but then I heard her whisper, I miss you, Fang Yuan. I miss you. In that instant, every defense in my heart shattered, but I could not love her again. As I pulled up her blanket, I noticed something strange about her hair. Looking closer, I realized she was wearing a wig. She really was gravely ill. She truly was dying. For the first time, I truly faced her death. My heart still ached faintly. I wanted to take her hand, but saw the needle marks left by her intravenous lines. The backs of both hands were covered in needle marks. I had never even asked whether it hurt. The doctor told me that in the final stages, Bai Ningbing's illness would bring unbearable pain. She would be unable to eat and vomit often. Her stomach would slowly decay and bleed until she died. It was not until noon the next day that Bai Ningbing woke up. I fed her, and she said she wanted to go home. I did not respond, so she continued. Fang Yuan, I know I do not have much time left. I want to go home to see Tangtang. It has been so long since Tangtang heard me tell her a story. I do not want to waste what remains of my life in a hospital. Fang Yuan, can you take me home? Back to our home. I agreed. I decided to stay with her through her final days. The two of us left the hospital. The family driver took us home. When Tangtang came home from school that evening, she saw me again. Mom, who is this man? Bai Ningbing gently stroked her hair and said softly, He is your dad. Tangtang, I am your mother's friend. You can call me Uncle Fang. I knew what Bai Ningbing was about to say, so I hurriedly cut her off. Tangtang obediently nodded at me. Then she followed the nanny to the bathroom. Bai Ningbing asked in a hushed voice, Fang Yuan, why? She meant why I would not acknowledge Tangtang as my daughter. Why I would not tell Tangtang who I really was. I told you already. When you die, I will leave this place. I will leave alone. Tears streamed down Bai Ningbing's face. I did not want to look at her again. Every glance at her reminded me of everything I had suffered for her back then. Fang Yuan, if you hate anyone, hate me, not Tangtang. I stood, turning my back to her. You know the saying, love me, love my dog. Love can spread, and so can hate. I always thought that if I said something like this, my heart would hurt, and I would regret it. But saying it now, I found I felt relieved, because I had long known which world I truly belonged to. I do not love Bai Ningbing, and I do not love Tangtang either. At dinner, Bai Ningbing still tried to keep me there. Fang Yuan, these are all your favorite dishes. Try them. Silently, I looked at the food on the table. Those were not my favorite dishes. Back then, to please Bai Ningbing, I only claimed to like them. I copied her taste, even the food she ate, just to make her look at me a little more. I picked up my chopsticks, then set them down. None of this is what I like. It is what you like to eat. Bai Ningbing froze. Perhaps only then did she realize that every dish on the table was her favorite. What I like are my grandmother's steamed buns, and the hand-rolled noodles my mother makes. Her expression changed, and I added, I do not belong to this world. Bai Ningbing, you cannot keep me here. After a long silence, she picked up a bite of food and put it in her mouth. After chewing, she said to me, Fang Yuan, you always reject me. I looked at her and said, word by word, just as you rejected me back then. Bai Ningbing could not hold it in any longer. She began to cry again. I had no appetite, so I went to the balcony for a cigarette. I sat there for a long time, without hearing a sound from Bai Ningbing. I asked the system whether I could choose when to return. The system said I could, but warned me not to leave any regrets in this world, or I would be sent back again. I thought long and hard. Only after confirming I had no regrets did I stand and head for the bathroom. The moment I opened the door, the bathroom seemed to reek of blood. As I wondered why, I heard running water. I cautiously called out to ask if anyone was there, but no one answered. I pulled open the shower room door. The sight before me made me jump. It was Bai Ningbing. She had slit her wrists. I hurriedly patted her cheeks to see if she was conscious, calling her name at the top of my lungs, but she was already unconscious. The noise alerted the nanny. I told her to stay home with Tangtang. I scooped Bai Ningbing up and rushed outside. I drove straight to the hospital, where Bai Ningbing was taken into surgery. She did not wake until noon the next day. I was peeling an orange beside her when she spoke hoarsely. Water. I want water. I gave her some water. She would not look at me and pretended to fall asleep. I was furious, but had nowhere to vent it. I could only take several deep breaths and ask, Bai Ningbing, why? Why did you try to kill yourself? She said nothing. You wanted Tangtang to see it, did you? You wanted her beloved mother to die right in front of her? She still did not speak. Only her trembling shoulders told me she was crying. Say something. Are you mute? I roared at her and spun her by the shoulders, forcing her to look at me. Fang Yuan, why did you save me? If I die, it would be better if I died. I gave a cold laugh. You are right. It would be better if you died. You are terminally ill. You would not live long anyway. Go ahead and die. Hearing that, Bai Ningbing quickly wiped away her tears. No, I thought if I did this, you would take care of Tangtang. Then I suddenly understood what she meant. She wanted to kill herself so I would feel guilty, so I would naturally stay behind. Bai Ningbing, did you not say you loved me? Loving me means wanting me to stay by your side forever, right? Loving me means making sure I can never return to my own world, right? Only at that final moment did I truly come to my senses. All of this was Bai Ningbing's scheme. She used death to deceive me, to manipulate me, all for her selfish desire to keep me in this world, so I could never return. I was nearly driven mad with rage. I would never believe her again. Not a single one of her tears. Fang Yuan, you have truly misunderstood me. Bai Ningbing still struggled to explain. I turned to leave, but Tangtang was just outside the door. Uncle Fang, thank goodness you are here. Otherwise, I would not know what to do when Mom gets sick. As she spoke, Tangtang ran over and hugged my leg. Only then did I calm down. I patted her head. Uncle Fang, will you take me to see Mom? I came right after school. I miss Mom. I nodded and took Tangtang inside. Tangtang quickly ran to Bai Ningbing's bedside. The two embraced. Tangtang took 3 candies from her backpack. She said, Mom, look, I did really well at school. My teacher gave these to me. Teacher said each candy can make one wish come true. Mom, you are always sick. My first wish is for you to get better soon and never be sick again. My second wish is to find Dad. I miss Dad too. I have not decided on my third wish yet. I will save it for later. Bai Ningbing gently patted her cheek. They looked so happy together, but I was an outsider. I could only stand in the doorway and watch. I took a deep breath and turned to leave again, but the nanny arrived with food. "Ma'am, you and Miss Tangtang should eat a little here." "Mr. Fang, I made plenty. Please eat with us." I waved my hand to refuse, but Tangtang came and pulled me. "Uncle Fang, let us eat together." "Thank you for saving Mom." I said nothing more. After the three of us finished eating, Tangtang left with the nanny. I looked out the window, my eyes stinging. Then I heard someone vomit and turned around. Bai Ningbing was bent over, vomiting blood. I quickly called for a doctor. She was taken into surgery again. For a long time, I could not speak. My own daughter no longer recognized me. I smoked all night. I thought I would be able to go home soon. I went home to get clean clothes for Bai Ningbing. There, I found Tangtang drying. My nose stung. She was my child. It would be a lie to say I felt nothing. Tangtang saw me too and called to me with a bright smile. "Uncle Fang, can you look at my drawing?" I smiled and said yes. Tangtang had drawn her dream. There were 3 people in the picture. This is Mom, this is Dad, and this is me. We are a happy family of 3. My eyes filled with tears. Then Tangtang asked me, "Uncle Fang, what is your wish?" I thought for a moment and said, "Me. I want to go home." Tangtang took out a candy and said, "My 3rd wish is for Uncle Fang to go home soon." I thanked her, then said goodbye. A month later, Bai Ningbing died. Tangtang returned to the Bai family. I attended her funeral. At the funeral, the nanny gave me something. She said Tangtang had left it for me. I opened it. It was the picture Tangtang had drawn that day. But there were words written on the back. "I know you are my dad, but Tangtang does not blame you, Daddy. I hope you go home soon." I smiled. I placed the picture and white daisies before Bai Ningbing's grave. I asked the system if I could go home now. The system said I could, but then it told me there was another way. I asked, what way? It said I could trade 10 years of my life for Bai Ningbing's rebirth. I refused without the slightest hesitation. Back in the real world, I went on another blind date. This time, it went well. We married after 6 months together. I think